When women don't work, nothing works.
So apparently the entire population of women in Iceland decided to stop working for a day to prove that they are needed in the workforce.
So over 25% of the population went on strike, and I have some crazy news for you. The economy did not come to a stop, and it continued as normal. The only memo I got was that HR departments were getting no complaints for the 24 hours that the women were on strike. And men were writing that they were really sorry women didn't get gender equality, but I heard one CEO said it was nice to finally get some shit done, end quote.
So I saw this video pop up on my TikTok and I thought it was very interesting. So I looked into it, man. So apparently the first ever time the woman did this was back in 1975. The woman decided to stop going to work. They decided to stop taking care of the kids and stop making dinner for one day. And they called this, man, and I quote, the day sausages were, wait, what do they call it? The day the country ran out of sausages. Yes.
That day actually became known in part as the day the country ran out of sausages, because dads, having to suddenly cook for their kids, resorted to basically the easiest thing to make possible. Shops literally ran out of sausages.
After that 24-hour strike, the worst thing they could come up with is lack of sausages. So a good chunk of the female population stops working and they decide to call it the day we ran out of sausages. That's hilarious, man. But I guess the strike did have some effects, because 5 years later, Iceland became the first country ever to elect a female president. That's what's up, Iceland. This female president was a divorced single mother, Vigdis Finnbogadóttir. I don't know how to say that name, man.
A few moments later.
Finnbogadóttir. Vigdis Finnbogadóttir. I think that's how you say that. If you're from Iceland, let me know how to pronounce that, please. So let's fast forward to 2023. Iceland is now the #1 country for gender equality. And they say it's one of the best places to live as a woman. But it still felt like there's a need for the strike again, because women are still behind. And they say that the women are also more likely to work in undervalued, lower paid jobs, such as teaching or healthcare. So isn't it safe to say that they are the ones that choose to work these undervalued jobs? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I found this video on CBC detailing the whole situation. It's called Iceland Strike, 24 hours without women working. So we're gonna go ahead and react to this video and break it down, man. Let's get it.
Nearly a quarter of Iceland's population went on strike this week. Almost all of them women.
Women across Iceland have staged a 24-hour strike demanding gender equality.
Ég hyggst sjálf leggja niður störf til að sýna konum samstöðu.
That, by the way, is Iceland's prime minister, who also went on strike, and she took half her cabinet with her.
Wait, what language does Iceland speak? I thought they spoke English. Hey Siri, what is the official language of Iceland?
Icelandic is spoken in Iceland.
Oh, Icelandic. I didn't know that was a language, man. I guess you learn something every day, man. Shit. Hey Siri, how do you say hello in Icelandic?
I can't translate into Icelandic.
What are you good for then? Like, why are you on my phone? I gotta go to Google Translate for that. So to say hello is hallo, and to say goodbye is bless. Huh. Okay. Hello.
So let's take a peek at what a society that goes 24 hours without women looks like, what their demand is, and how the last time Iceland did this,
all right, let's see what changed.
Their entire country
The last
changed.
time they ran out of sausages. So we're gonna see.
Much of the capital city centre was closed to traffic for a rally held for women taking part in the strike.
Local police say they've never seen anything like it. The estimate, 70 to 100,000 people jammed into Iceland's capital, Reykjavik, for a rally.
Damn. That's actually a lot of damn people, man. That's dedication right there, bro. I couldn't see something like that happen in America, where like most of the female population in America do something like this.
I think this day is for all women in Iceland.
It's about gender equality. We have been fighting for it for decades.
This day means women's empowerment, and also a clear message to the whole world that we need equality, we need justice, we need freedoms.
Meanwhile, dotting storefronts across the rest of the city, signs like this. Lokad is Icelandic for closed.
It disrupted much of society, everything from schools to banks to public offices.
Shops, banks, and schools across the Nordic nation were shut or opened for shorter hours as female staff stayed home.
Especially affected education and health. The stat I've got from the Icelandic Teachers Union is that women make up the majority of teachers at every level, including 94% of kindergarten teachers. At the National University Hospital of Iceland, the biggest in the country, 80% of workers are women.
That's pretty important right there, man, because that's a hospital, bro.
It was a reality check about how important women are to the workforce and to the basic services that we take for granted.
Now, emergency services were, obviously kept running, but hospitals did reduce their loads for the day, and everything from schools to museums, libraries, and zoos were affected, even homes, because the spirit of the day was that women should refuse unpaid work as well. So, cleaning, making dinner, laundry, preparing school lunches, childcare.
So you're gonna refuse to take your child to go on strike? I don't see how that is morally right there. I don't know, man. I don't see how that is morally right. Imagine you're a single mom. You're just gonna leave your kids at home to go on strike for a day?
When women don't work, nothing works.
I think at the heart of the protest is the fact that women today participate as much as men in the economy and the labor market. But when they come home from work, they participate more than men in household work.
You call this equality? How you answer that question, which is incidentally their strike slogan, depends on how you look at it. So Iceland is actually considered the most gender equal country in the world. The World Economic Forum puts them at #1 in their most recent Global Gender Gap report. 4 of the top 5 are Nordic countries. The UK is ranked number 15, Canada is 30th, and the US is 43rd.
The US is 43rd. I thought it would be higher than that, because like 50-50 is getting so much more common here. Like I thought it would be higher.
But even more impressive than Iceland being #1 is that it has been #1 14 years in a row.
And they're still not satisfied.
Is a woman. Half her cabinet are women. There's almost perfect parity in education level between men and women. Same goes for work opportunities in technical fields. Men and women on par.
Still not satisfied.
We have the same chance as the men.
You do?
Yeah, definitely.
You do feel that in your bones?
Yes, in your bone.
Yes.
We grow up believing that. I mean, we don't even think about it.
So there are lots of reasons to think men and women in Iceland are very close to being on equal footing. But according to that same World Economic Forum report, where Iceland has seen a backslide for women is when it comes to money. In a nutshell, there's still a wage gap. The difference in earnings between men and women, about 21% in favor of men.
What we say is, if we're going to be the global leaders in gender equality, then we should actually achieve it, because it is possible.
That's one of the strike organizers. She says there has been progress on closing the pay gap, but it's still there.
And it's going to remain that way if more women don't choose to go in these fields that the men are working in. Like fucking oil rigs, sewage. Those are the type of stuff you won't see women in like that, man. And clearly these fields deserve to be paid, because no one wants to do that shit. No one wants to go in a fucking drain and clean fucking sewage. No one wants to go in a power plant, an oil rig. You know how dangerous that shit is? They deserve to be paid, bro. That's the type of shit that keeps the economy afloat. You know what I'm saying? Keeps the lights on, keeps the water running. If more women went into that, then I could see it becoming more even, but y'all choosing to be kindergarten teachers, man. If I wanted to be a kindergarten teacher right now, I could go do that shit right now. I got a bachelor's degree. I could go do it right now. You know what I'm saying?
And there's another darker side to inequality, she says, that violence against women continues to be a national problem. An equality paradise should not have a 21% wage gap and 40% of women experiencing gender-based or sexual violence in their lifetime. One study from the University of Iceland suggested 1 in 4 women in that country have either been sexually assaulted or raped.
I think it's the same stat for America too. Like they say 1 in 4 women on college campuses have been sexually assaulted or raped. So this website says 1 in 5 women and 1 in 16 men are sexually assaulted. 5, I mean, it's close enough. 1 in 4, 1 in 5, 25%. Yeah.
Jobs.
This day is very special for us, for women in Iceland, because we all skipped work 48 years ago, and we are doing it again today.
I'm here for my daughters and for all other women in this country.
So, what was it like to have women stop working for 24 hours in Iceland? Well, it sounds absolutely crippling, both in 1975 and in 2023. So the challenge ahead for the country, already seen internationally as the ideal, live up to those expectations and actually cross the finish line.
Sounded like not too much change, like some stores were closed, emergency healthcare still went on, water was still on, the lights were still on. It sounds like all the core necessities were functioning. And the reason for that is because less women are in those fields, bro. As I said, the oil rigs, the electrics, the fucking water plants, power plants, all of that. But I could see how it can be very tedious over time to not have women working, bro. If I heard right, he said the banks were closed. That would be pretty annoying. And not having my wife cook, because I can't cook. I'm going to be starving. I'm going to need that. You know what I'm saying? So we need women and your natural innate ability to nurture, bro. We do need that. But it would be interesting to see them do the same thing for men. If men didn't work for a day, what would happen? That'd be interesting to see, man. But anyways, y'all, I hate talking about this man versus woman shit, because like down to my core, I believe we need each other, man. We just need to live together as one. And that's how we're going to really progress as a society. So shout out to my people in Iceland. Bless.